Hello, Murrah and Callaway friends. I'm Mardie Olson Dixon, and beside me is
Jan Johnson.
Thank you, Jan. And for those of you who don't really remember me or didn't know me, I want to remind those that I was at Murrah for just junior and senior years. I transferred from St. Joseph High School along with Mary Williams, Martha Major, and Brenda Tracy. So, when Jean called me, she called me first of all, months ago, and I kind of turned her down. I said, Jean, let me think about this longer. And she called me not too long ago again, and I felt so sorry for her. She gave me this sob story, so I said, okay, fine, just tell me what day, what time, and where I need to be. And then before she hung up, she said, Mardie, I didn't know you were a member of the tennis team. I said, well, Jean, I really wasn't, but let me tell you the story behind it. I said, can you cut that out? See if you can. I didn't mean to say I said. Was it okay before that?
It was perfect.
Keep going.
Oh, where was I? Transferring to Murrah after not going to Bailey or Chastain gave me, quite an opportunity to get to know a lot of people. But Jan, being my first fast friend at Murrah High School, made it a point to introduce me to everybody she knew, and she knew everybody, trust me. So, Jan and I decided that, I would watch her practice with the team several times, and I would chase all the balls. So Jan came up with this great idea, and she said, we'll check with Coach Brindley and see if you can be the manager on the team, because you're always chasing balls. And she said, and Mardie, the best thing about it is you can get out of school to go to all the matches. And I said, sign me up, I will be there, because y'all, I've never professed to be a scholar, but my claim to fame, really my only claim to fame, is having been the first female tennis manager at Murrah High School. Jan?
And maybe the only tennis manager at Murrah High School after you left.
Well, I set the trend, because this afternoon we saw two young girls that are both managers.
There you go.
There you go.
Well,
what do you have to tell them about yourself? What was your claim to fame?
My claim to fame that you were my friend.
There you go. Well, that's a pretty good claim.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's okay.
Anyway, we all made such great friends all during our years at Murrah and everything, and most of them have carried on throughout the years, as Mardie and I have kind of stayed close together, along with many others in our class. But we had a lot of fun, and played tennis, traveled around, and getting out of school was the big thing. We used to go to Otis's and have barbecue every Friday afternoon before we went and played tennis. Now, can you imagine now at age 65 that you're going to go eat a big barbecue sandwich and some French fries and then go out and run around on the court for an hour and a half in 90-degree weather? Well, not happening now. Barely can run around on court in 90-degree weather as it is. But anyway, a lot of people say, well, how did you get started playing tennis? And, I just kind of lucked into it through Dorothy Vest at Battlefield. And later in life, many of my friends, like Jean Moak Montgomery and Peggy Hood Lewis, said, well, why didn't you ever ask us to play tennis? Why didn't you get us playing tennis? And I said, well, I don't really know what y'all were doing running around, but I had figured out that when you get to play tennis, you're playing mixed doubles or doubles, and so you're with the guys all the time anyway when you take the tennis trips. So, which was a good idea for me, and that's one thing Mardie liked about it too.
You're right, I forgot that point.
I thought you did. Yeah, but Jean's playing tennis, lots of tennis now, and so is Peggy. But I gave my first tennis lesson to Jean. I gave Jean her first tennis lesson, and we're out here right now at the Jackson Country Club, where I had the opportunity to teach tennis and run the tennis program for about 6 years. And I guess the rest is history. Tennis is a great sport. We've made great friends, and we'll carry that on forever
and ever. She gave up on me, by the way. She wasn't a totally good pro. She never taught me. I think she gave up. But I did have a semblance of a backhand, but that was it. Anything else you want to say, Joe?
No, I think that's plenty. Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah.
See you in June.
We're looking forward to seeing everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.